Being the youngest in the pack is never fun. First,
Sorry about
you
that.
cannot do anything. And second, you are
Okay.
stuck in the den while the older pups get to explore. But here's the twist. I may be the youngest in the pack, but I'm also the oldest. That is why I'm here, telling you this story. I was told to share it with you,
I don't know why he
even though I would rather forget that day ever happened. I am a gray wolf pup, and once I was just like you, curious,
Christmas
eager to prove
trees,
myself,
and he's
and
got
completely unaware of the
Santa,
dangers waiting
sock,
outside the camp.
got a
That
kite,
day was my
and
first time being allowed
that's what
beyond
it's
the
in
safety of the den.
there? Interesting.
My mentor, let's just call him Dark,
Green,
was
white.
taking me out to learn the ways of the hunt. It was supposed to be a big day, my first time out of camp, and not just anywhere, into the hunting territory.
I think I have that.
That place is
Somewhere.
sacred to our pack, the heart of where we find our strength and survival. The scents there are alive, rich and wild, carrying stories of prey, rain-soaked earth, and the power of the forest. It is where the pack teaches puppies to hunt, to understand the way of life we all live by. I was eager, maybe too eager, to prove I was ready. My mentor, we will call him Dark, led me out of camp, and I could not stop marveling at everything around me. The trees smelled fresh and cool, like they had just been washed clean by the rain. The ground beneath my paws was soft, almost springy,
What did we get?
and every breath I took felt like it was filling me with something new and exciting. I felt alive, like I was finally stepping into the world I was meant to belong to. We were heading to the deeper part of the hunting territory, where the big game roams. It is the place where wolves learn the real skills of the hunt, where the pack works together to take down prey that is fast and strong. It is also the edge of our borders, where everything we are meets the unknown. That is where it happened. As we neared the border, the air changed. It grew heavier, like a storm was about to break. That is when I saw them, wolves from another pack. They were larger than I had imagined, their eyes sharp, their bodies tense. Our elders stood firm, their growls low and steady, forming a wall between us and them. I didn't understand what was happening. All I could see was a chance to be brave, to do what the older wolves were doing. I wanted to prove that I could handle it, that I wasn't just some pup who was only meant to be an omega. I was meant to be an alpha, or so I thought. So I ran forward. Dark called out to me, his voice sharp and urgent, but I did not hear him. Or maybe I just didn't want to. I thought if I could just do what the others were doing, I would show everyone I was ready. But the wolf I ran up to wasn't like the ones I knew. His growl wasn't a warning, it was a promise of what would happen if I stepped closer. I couldn't hear anything and copied the other wolves when I caught sight of my packmates as I barked at the wolf in front of me. Barked. The sound cut through the tense silence like a crack of thunder. Every head turned toward me, and I saw the shock in Dark's eyes, the way his body rose. But the worst part was the way the other wolves reacted. The leader of their pack, a massive wolf with scars that told of battles won, locked eyes with me. He didn't hesitate. In an instant, he lunged forward, his jaws closing around me. The world blurred. I felt the pressure of his teeth, firm but not enough to pierce. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. My heart hammered in my chest, my ears filled with the panicked growls and whines of my packmates. I thought Dark or the others would save me, that they would do something, but they did not. They couldn't. The leader of the other pack lifted me like a trophy, holding me in his jaws as he turned back toward my pack. I wasn't a wolf anymore. I was a bargaining chip. My reckless bark had turned me into a tool for negotiation. I couldn't hear the words being exchanged. It was all a haze of fear and pain. But I knew the truth. My mistake had endangered the pack, and there was nothing I could do to fix it. Dark stood still, his body trembling with rage and helplessness. He didn't look at me. He didn't growl. He didn't move. I think that was the moment I realized how bad it was when I saw my mentor, the wolf who was supposed to protect me, unable to act. Eventually, the leader released me, but not without a cost. I do not remember what was said, what was lost or gained in those tense moments. All I remember is the look in Dark's eyes when he finally turned to me, cold, hard, and full of anger. Not just at me, but at himself, at the situation, at everything. That day changed everything. I do not know how I got back to camp. I do not remember
Oh,
much
looks like
after being
Santa.
released.
That's interesting.
All I know is that my actions forced
He's
the
got a really
pact
big
to
backpack,
negotiate,
though.
to give something up to keep the peace. And it was my fault.
Wonder if that's only because the add-on does that. We'll never know. still work. Winnie the Beam. Probably should have busted a hole out. Off by 1. There we go. Put that back. Oh, it does. Awesome. That'll work out perfectly, actually. So we want to... I'm going to put that there. Then we want to... Boop. Right here. Then we want to... Boop. There we go. You can't really see it. Hang on. I keep getting rid of the bed. I need to put this bed somewhere where we can sleep in it. Here, why don't we just put it in this path for the moment. Okay, let's see what we got. Yeah, it looks so much nicer. Cool. Okay. We'll just stick with that then. Whoosh. Want red? Do we want red? Maybe green? Let's go green. Let's see what that looks like. Green! What is this? What is this? No. You're not coming in. Yep, and there we go. What do you think, everybody? Hope you like it. It's one of a million, no, not a million, of a few houses to build. We're gonna fill this area up, and we're gonna fill this area up eventually. But that's what we've got so far in this area, so I hope you don't mind. It's actually coming along pretty well.